Morning, Carmen.
Good morning.
There we are. Okay. It's running. It's where it's supposed to be. There we are. As soon as I find it. That was last night. There we go. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Carmen. Good morning, everyone. Oh, what a glorious morning it is. I know the weather's not good, but hey, I woke up this morning and I got out of bed and I walked forward. It's a good day.
Yeah, I just barely got up.
Well, you know, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I've found lately if I don't set my alarm for 7:30, Lord only knows what time I'll wake up. And that'll never be a good thing if I sleep in even later. Okay, so today I'm going to use the Curvy dies. I saw a card on Facebook by Jane Proffitt, and I needed to case it. She did hers in Pool Party because the ribbon is the Pool Party sheer ribbon that comes in the whale suite. Oh, Valerie, rub it in. Val says it's sunny and bright over there. Man, I wish I lived in Powell River. It would be better. They seem to have an ecosystem all unto their own. Okay, so this sheer Pool Party ribbon is this really pretty stuff. And it shimmers. And I didn't want to do Pool Party. I wanted to branch out and see if I could color this ribbon to any color I wanted. So on this one, I colored it with the dark Flirty Flamingo blends. And then I went on to make the card out of Flirty Flamingo. So it's got texture in the background with the Subtles embossing folder, and then a couple of the Curvy dies. And this is the quite curvy stamp set. And I brought in a couple of new products that I just unboxed last night because I wanted to play. So I used the Happy Birthday from a new set that's coming up called Happy Thoughts. And it's got some really cool sentiments in it. And then, excuse me, I used the double oval punch that I also unboxed last night. Let's see if you can see it. Well, there. So it's got a scallopy one and a smooth one. And I used the scallopy one around there. And then I added in these really gorgeous opal rounds. Get nice and close so you can see. They're so shimmery. They're little bumps, dots, but they have pink and what is that? What is that word when things are one color one way and one color another way? Not hieroglyphics. It starts with an H. Can't remember what it is. Anyways, there they are. So I'm going to do this card, but I'm going to do it in Purple Posy this morning. So the card recipe is a card base, the regular size 8.5 by 5.5 inch card base, and then a piece of Whisper White for the inside, 5 1/4 by 4 Purple Posy, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 Purple Posy. Whisper White is 5 by 2 3/4, and then I have a piece to do the flowers and a piece to do the sentiment. So here's that same ribbon colored in with purple. You can't really see it very good, I guess, in there, but it turned it purple. And look, I put it on the purple, it's purple. It's not blue. Now it's got a blue undertone, so it's not exactly the proper color. This one too has a bit of a blue undertone, so it's not exactly the same color as the Flirty Flamingo, but you know what? It works.
Great.
So you need a piece of scrap paper, and I have the dark purple posy blends. I'm going to use the brush end, and all you have to do is just run your blends like this along your ribbon. Now this is quite open, the weave is quite open on this ribbon, so it does go through. So just go over it a couple of times. And I'm doing this first so it will dry, and then while I do the rest of the card. It doesn't take long to dry, but I got the time, so I might as well let it dry. And then I'm going to flip it over and just do a quick one on the other side too. So this is how easy it is to color this ribbon and a lot of the other ribbons that we have as well. There we are. Now it's purple. So that's the piece that I'm going to make the bow out of. This is the piece that's going around the card.
Amazing what those blends color, because I've used all kinds of different ribbons and it's colored it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And of course we have the white metal, gold metal edged ribbon, and it's spectacular on that. You can do the vanilla one too. I've done the vanilla. There we are. So that's all it takes. Okay. So that's going there. And this is going in the garbage. Okay, so the larger purple posy I'm going to put through the subtle embossing folder. Then the next purple posy, I'm going to use the dotty die from the Curvy dies. And you have to make sure that, like, this has got a cutting edge on one side and not a cutting edge on the other. And you need to make sure that that is facing towards the bottom of your cardstock, or you'll cut it off here and have this piece with the dots instead of having the dots on the top. Hang on, I got to get the machine. Again, I forgot. Okay, so we'll start with embossing first. As soon as I get my machine set up. There we are. Okay. So I want my lines from subtle to be up and down. So I put my cardstock in this way, and I'm lining it up with that line at the bottom of the embossing folder to make sure it's straight-ish. Okay. Now that'll go through. That's never a good thing. All right. I love this embossing folder. I hope it never, ever, ever retires. Now this, it is ambidextrous to a certain point. The textures are different between the sides, and it's up to you which side you want to use. There's no right and no wrong side. Okay, so I'm putting that to the side. Now I'm going to get out my, helps if you use the right plate. There we go. I have an up plate and a down plate. The down plate is a little bit, it's a little bit flatter than the other one. Okay, so cutting side is up. Nope, cutting side is down. Hello, Blondie. And just put it wherever you think it looks good to you. There's no rhyme nor reason of where you're going to put it. And I'll put that through the machine. Good morning, Terry. Okay, I'll take that off. Put that back so I don't lose it. Now this is a spare piece that you can cut your cardstock smaller than 4 inches, but that's what I cut mine at, because then I don't have to guess which one, what the size is. I can make it the size I want it to be. Okay, I'm just getting rid of these little dots in here. There we are. I think it's time to vacuum my room again. I'm getting all these little paper dots everywhere. And that's on my floor. Okay, so we have this. Now comes the white piece. And we kind of want to make, now it's going to layer on top like this. But I'm just going to put it underneath for now because I want to trace the curve on it. So I'm just kind of lining it up right at the very bottom. And I'm going to take my pencil and just do a line like this because that's all getting cut off anyways. So now I can take the die that has the little flourishy things on it and line it up like that. And it'll be the same swoop as the purple one is. Of course, if you do it on your magnetic plate, then you don't have to move it again. So I'm just setting it right on that line that I created. Like that. Okay, stick that through now. Oh, okay. And we've got that. Clean my plate off because it's got quite a few little pieces on there. So I just into the garbage like this with my other plate. That way that I don't tempt fate by using my fingernail and getting little shards of plastic and underneath my fingernails because it's not nice. Okay, that's done. Get rid of a few little lingering pieces. Oh, why are you not coming out? That's bizarre. Oh well, not worried about it. Okay, so now if I bring the purple back in and line this up, it should line up almost perfectly, but of course I didn't cut off enough. So I want it up a little bit. I want it up there like that. So I'm just going to trim off a bit off of the straight edge. So that when I lay this on here, we get a nice layer down at the bottom. It's not too close. And then that's going to layer onto this like that. Isn't that a pretty card? I love these curvy things. Okay. I am going to, when I find my adhesive. Okay, I got you out. Where are you? There you are. So I'm just going to get put some Stampin' Seal on here. We'll get that onto the purple posy piece. And then those two pieces are up on dimensionals over top of the embossed one, but I have to put the ribbon on first. There we go. Now I have two different lengths of ribbon. One is 7 inches and one is 8 inches. And the longer one is the one I'm going to make the bow out of. This one's going to go on here. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Put some adhesive on there. We'll see if this is in the right spot. Sure. Okay, now let's see if it's actually even. No. I love my grid paper. I can't imagine trying to craft without it. There we are. All right. Now, dimensionals. And I don't have big ones on my table, so I'm going to use a lot of little ones. So what did you think of the unboxing last night, Carmen?
Oh, I loved it. It's so like, I got up and got my catalog.
Oh, did you?
I did too. I wanted it.
Oh, hi, Julie. Did you catch the unboxing last night?
I sure did.
And what do you think of the catalog?
Oh my God. Well, I love the catalog even before you unbox. But I really like the catalog.
There's a lot of cool stuff in there for sure. Okay. Now that will layer onto here once I get all of these little pieces off. Oops, yeah, okay. Okay. Chesapeake Shores. That was the show. Where were we talking online the other day about shows that we were waiting for the next season for? Was that Sunday? I don't remember. Maybe it was Monday. Anyways, I couldn't remember the name of the one that's filmed in Parksville.
Oh, right.
Now I remember. It's called Chesapeake Shores.
Isn't it funny how things will pop into your head days later or hours later? Or just...
It's called the menopausal black hole.
Yeah.
When I was having really severe headaches, they did a scan on my head. I don't remember what kind it was. And when I went into the doctor for the results, I said to him, "So tell me exactly how big is that black hole in there?" He just, when I go in with this weird stuff, he just looks at me and shakes his head.
Oh,
And
God,
he stopped asking me how old I am. Okay, so that's on the card base now with the nice purple colored ribbon. So we'll do the sentiment now with memento, and it's from the new stamp set called Happy Thoughts. Because apparently I'm really short on birthday cards. Who knew? I've been making a lot of thinking of you cards and hello cards and completely neglected happy birthday. Okay. Now that's going to get patched out with the new sometimers. Carrie says she calls that sometimers disease. Sometimes it's in the brain and sometimes it's not. Okay, so I'm going to punch this out now. Then I'll put that to the side. And now I need to stamp two of the floral things for the front. And these have a die, so I don't have to hand cut these. These are cool. Anything I don't have to hand cut is good. Okay, inside. I want it that way. Am I in the camera screen? I never know. Oh, look it, I got mung on it. Oh my goodness. Am I going to see that? No. Where the heck did that come from? Just cleaning my block off on my pants.
Glenda, can you hear me?
I can.
Good. Just realized that my earphones don't allow me to have audio. Here.
Oh, that's not good.
So I have a question for you. You know that $164 set of markers,
The what?
the set of markers that they have in the catalog?
Oh, the Stampin' Right markers. Yep.
Yeah, I've never seen what you do with those. I really
Well,
I
they
think
are they are completely different from the Stampin' Blends.
I know that, but what do we do with
And so when you have a stamp, let me clean this first and I'll show you. Okay, so when you have a stamp and you want to stamp it in 2 different colors or 3 different colors, this is the way to do it. So these are the Stampin' Right markers. They have a brush end and then they have what they call a writing end, but I find the writing end dries out really fast, so I don't tend to use it. But you can do this with these markers. So I'm coloring right on the stamp. And I'm picking out the flowers. And when you do it sideways like this. You don't do this because that'll destroy your tip. You do it sideways like that. And then this is probably not a really good one to show this example, but it'll work. So you color in all of your flowers in pink and then go in with the green and color the leaf parts. Like this. And when I'm coloring, I always go over everything twice. I don't know why, I just do. And then you huff on it, which means you bring moist air up from your lungs. And that reactivates the ink. And then when you stamp it, you get dual colors.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you cannot do that with the Stampin' Blends.
Okay.
Because they're like a Sharpie and they will stain. They will not transfer like that. And then when you go to color, then you can still color with these. Fill this in like that. So that they're good for coloring small areas, but they're not good for coloring big areas because they leave streaks. Where the Stampin' Blends do not. So there's, I don't know whether you can tell, there's quite a difference in the coloring from them. So when you use these, they leave streaks. And there's no way to get rid of those streaks. When you use the Stampin' Blends, they don't leave streaks and you can go back over them and get rid of any lines you see. So that's the main difference. The Stampin' Right markers are water-based. The blends are alcohol-based. So you can also do watercoloring techniques with the Stampin' Right markers, whereas the blends don't do watercolor technique, but they're both useful. They both have their places. And before we had the blends, that's all we had to color. So I did a lot of coloring with the Stampin' Right markers.
So how long do they last?
The markers are refillable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The blend ones too?
The what?
Are the blend ones refillable as well?
No.
Oh.
They do not provide re-inkers for the blends, but they do provide. You just use the same ink that you would use on your ink pad.
Yeah.
And use tweezers, don't use scissors because I don't have tweezers here, but you just grab the tip with a pair of tweezers and it pulls out. Then you put 3 or 4 drops of ink in there. And then let it sit this way for a while.
Awesome.
And you can refill
When
this
you-
side too. It comes out. So you can refill it.
Oh.
I have
I
also
don't even
what?
even use that tip much when I use my blends. Pen tip.
Yeah, well, the blends using depending on your preference is the end you use. There's not a right or a wrong for the blends. I have also refilled these by putting a little bit of re-inker in a small plastic container, tipping it up so that it all pools at the bottom, and then standing my marker up in it, and it will suck the ink up into the tip.
Okay, good.
So
I
there
think
you go.
the syringe would work really well to fill those.
Yeah, but you don't really need it because if you just use your re-inker, it drops out drop by drop and just slides in there.
Right. All
Okay.
right.
That's
Thank
the
you.
101 on the difference between the markers and the blends.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm getting them for Christmas
Nice.
in January.
Nice. Well, you might as well because then you get
Exactly.
celebration stuff for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to cut the second one out. Okay, so you guys over there on Facebook, Valerie, Carrie, whoever else is watching, are you creating along with me or are you just sitting and watching? Are you doing your own thing? I know Carmen's working on something.
Doing another notebook.
Ah, oh, my die slipped. Oh, poop. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm just going to color the flowers in the light purple posy. Oh, hello, Blondie. That was really stupid. I now have a purple leaf.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, not so much. Let me see if I can get rid of some of it. Okay, I don't know who you are. Oh, okay, that's not important. There, just let that work. It's magic, and I'll get rid of that notification because I don't need to deal with that. Okay, so back to the flowers only, Blondie. I was talking to somebody that's new to making videos the other day, and she said, well, what do you do when you make a mistake? I said, fix it and carry on with life. When you're doing Facebook Lives, it's live. You see all the glory. Okay, just about.
I'm using sparkly paper. I'm going to have sparkles all over Healthspiration today.
Yay! It's a good day. It's a good day when you can get sparkly. Okay, now I'm just going to go back with this is the dark one, and I'm just making a couple of highlight spots. And because I've put a lot of ink on there already, I don't have to go back and go over top with the light one. You can see, I don't know whether you can see, I can see it's already blending in. Oh, and look, that purple on that leaf completely disappeared. That's awesome. Okay, so I have light soft seafoam because I wanted to do just a hint of color on the leaves. Not all the leaves, just some of them. and I didn't want the green to take over, but I wanted there to be a little bit of relief from the solidly purple. Let it go, Mollet. I know it's not die cut properly, but you can just let it go. It's not life or death. And I can't hide this one either because they sit on top. Uh-oh. Gallery's making a card, but Terry, well, I hope you're feeling a little bit better today, Terry. Sucks when you're not feeling well. Okay. Bring my card back in and my sentiment. So this is going to go up on dimensionals, but I'm just going to put the dimensionals along the bottom because I don't want them to interfere with the ribbon. Because I don't like it when my ribbon lies unnaturally. So we're going to put that right there, like that. Okay. There we are. Now, tie a bow. Going to get a bow tying. Oh, knee. I'm sorry. I hate it when I'm in pain.
I hear you. Will that go on there?
Thankfully, pain is abnormal in my life. When there's pain, I know there's an issue because I don't have chronic pain ever. And I feel very fortunate that I don't. Okay, so there's my bow. Find my glue dots. And we'll just put one on there. And then we'll pop that on there. Oh, that's so pretty colored. It's got more of a periwinkle color to it than purple.
Glenda, are they new ribbons from the new catalog?
No, this is from the annual catalog.
And what are they called?
It's called Pool Party Sheer Ribbon. So it started out blue. Can you see there? It started out blue and I just colored it with my dark purple Posy blend.
Oh.
Okay, so there we are. Now these are going to go on over top of the sentiment, and I'm going to put a dimensional on each end, like that. And then after I got it on, then I slipped some tape, double-sided tape underneath there. But you can do it now if you want. You just have to remember to not get your fingers in it when you're doing it. So this is going to be this way too. There we go. I overshot my adhesive. Okay, whoops. Take this off. And then that's just going to sit right on top, like that. And we'll do the same thing to this one on the bottom. Hi, Dorothy. Welcome, welcome. Okay. This one's going to go down here. There we are. There's the outside, except for the bling. Oh, the bling. Oh, I love these. These are the opal rounds from the new January to June mini catalog. They're in the Sand and Sea Suite. Oh my, they're pretty awesome.
Gorgeous.
Okay, that one needs to go up a bit higher. Come on. And then one over here to follow that swoopy pattern. And look, now they're picking up purples from the cardstock instead of pink. Pretty cool. Hope you write these down on your I gotta have list, because you're gonna want these. Okay, inside. Get my markers out again. Let's do a little coloring. This is such a pretty set.
Sure is. I'm sure glad I bought it.
And the good news is that it's going to be in the annual catalog.
I already have it. I'm so happy.
Yep. I agree with you. It's pretty awesome. Now, is it in the annual catalog or is it in the mini? I didn't even.
Mini.
It's in the mini. Oh, well, there you go.
Not the Christmas part of it, but the everyday part of it.
The mini
Yeah,
coming out in
figuring out
January.
what catalog name is which catalog name. I know the annual one I know. Christmas one I know. The other one I don't know what you call it.
Well, it used to be called the Occasions Mini. Now they're calling it the January to June Mini. So we call it the JJ Mini.
Okay, now when you say mini, are you talking about that tiny one that has all the free
Nope.
stuff in it?
No, that's a celebration brochure.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's a mini catalog because it's not as big as the annual catalog.
Yeah,
Thinner
I
one.
got it. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Hey.
I just do and I'm making a mess. And I do it so well.
Uh-oh, Valerie said something. Yes, you only have 6 pages. It must be small pages to only have 6, or big pages to only have 6. Because I tell you, every time I look at it, I need more. Oh, I was going to sponge, but we don't have purple posy. Sorry. I do have the marker though. So I'll just go around the outside with the marker. Not that you need it because it's going on purple.
Don't have purple posy.
No. Purple posy is that ink that never worked properly and they discontinued it. So if you were lucky enough and you got it before they discontinued it, then you can sponge with it.
Cool.
But I can't. Well, I could, but I don't because you know me, I don't use retired stuff. Whoops. So is everybody ready for Christmas? Oh, thanks, Val. Valerie sponged hers for me. Are you ready for Christmas? Parcels done, packages done, cards done.
I'm just trying to, I need to get to the post office and get a stamp for the States.
Ah.
And I refuse to stand in long lines.
It's $1.94, right?
Well, I still don't. Well, either I have to put way more on it than it is, or because I only have the regular stamps.
Ah. Yeah. I don't want to go up there until after Christmas now.
Don't blame you.
So I needed, and I wanted to get another roll of stamps because
Can I
just in
see
case,
your stamp, Glenda, that you just put on there?
just in case the postage goes up in January, I want to have another roll. So I got Phil
How
to pick
did
it
you
up.
get that?
That was a
Your
long
name
time
is-
ago. We used to sell them, Julie, but Stamping Up doesn't do them anymore.
Oh,
So
You able
Phil
to get
picked
one
me
for
up.
you?
Pardon?
You just were answering her.
Yeah. Phil picked me up a roll yesterday in Costco.
Yep,
they're only
92.
80 cents there.
Yep, $92, including tax for 100 stamps.
Yep.
Oh, Dorothy says, yes, decorating done, cards sent, gifts bought, and wrapped first time ever. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm ready, just the cooking left to go.
Well, I'm ahead of you. I got the cooking done, the gifts wrapped, the cards done. Now I just have to get Christmas dinner organized.
Well, that's the cooking I'm talking about, because
Oh.
other than that, I don't do anything else.
Oh.
And I don't have to do the veggies and stuff. We're having dinner with our local family. So I do the turkey and she does all the veggies and stuff. Terry made 24 Christmas cards yesterday
Why?
using an April paper pumpkin kit. Those must have been outside the box. That's awesome because April's not Christmas themed.
Then she delivered them to all her neighbors.
Nice.
She said it took her 2 hours
To deliver them or to make them?
to deliver them and
'Cause
2.5 hours to make them.
because everybody wants to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, love my tea.
I have a few cards that I still need to drop off in town, and I'm going, okay, I know this one's going to want to chat, and we shouldn't really be getting together.
Yep. Outside chats only. So there's the purple one.
That's beautiful.
Didn't that turn out pretty? And here's
Gorgeous.
the flirty flamingo one. So this will lend itself to any color. Just have to color that beautiful shimmery ribbon. It's so feminine. I guess these are feminine birthday cards, not masculine ones. I need to make a birthday card for hubby because his birthday is in beginning of January. Oh, Valerie sent me a picture. Let's have a look. Oh, that's awesome. Hang on. I'll screen share so you guys can see. Oh, that's pretty.
Lovely.
Look at all the sponging you did. Okay, I feel better about not being able to sponge. I like the sentiment on that. That's really cool. Well done, Val, as usual. Valerie's very talented. I have a lot of talented craft card makers in my life. I'll get back over to where I'm going to. Valerie's or Terry's off to make some cards. Yep, I hear you, Val. Nope, Terry. And Valerie, that card is amazing. I will post it when I'm done. So what other colors can we make this card in? It was in Pool Party. Yellow might be bright and happy. Do it in Daffodil. Oh man, you could just start at one end and carry on and pick every color of the rainbow and do it.
Highland Heather would be another one.
Oh yes. That would.
No, I tried to find a way to just well to put my papers that I've ordered, all my cardstock, and I finally went to Staples and bought those magazine cardboard things, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
And I've got them all in color order now in my sewing room on a shelf, so I can actually see them now and grab them easily.
Nice.
Yeah.
Organization is key
Well,
because
Carrie
that's what.
comes over here, and I'm telling you, she organizes me like you wouldn't believe.
Way to
Oh,
go,
send her
Terry.
over here.
Yeah. You just have to invite her after COVID.
After COVID, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Valerie had to improvise because she didn't have the Curvy dies, so she used the pine wood dies. Because of course you have a duplicate set of everything except that holy tree. Because she didn't get the holy tree in her die set. So Stampin' Up replaced it, but they don't replace just the die. They send you a whole new die set. So Valerie has 2 of everything except the holy tree. Lucky. I
Yeah,
never
really.
did get the pine wood one. It's not on my list. You could also, if you don't have the Curvy, you could also use the
Reason friend.
Freezing Fun, and there's another one too. One of the old leafy ones has. I don't remember what one it is. But there's lots of, and then you can also hand cut. You don't have to have the pretties on it, but it looks pretty with the pretties on it. All
Stands
right.
out more in the
Oh.
deeper colors.
Pardon?
It stands out
Yeah.
the curvy stuff. It stands out more in the deeper colors, but
Yeah.
it looks lovely in the lighter colors too.
That would be cute in Poppy Parade too.
Oh yes, I think it would be great in any of them.
Yep.
Just about. There's a
Very cute.
Glenda, thank you for sharing this
Yeah.
card. Lovely. I think
Thanks. Valerie's laughing at hand cut. Watch
You know
out,
what we
Val.
have to
Terry's
do
going to
is
know
we
where
have
you
to
live real
outside.
soon. Terry's going to go. She said, I know where to go now if I need to borrow it. Valerie's die set.
Yeah. So the other day, a few days ago, I thought, you know what? I know what I'm doing for my Christmas ornaments next year.
Oh, Lord. Already?
It just popped into my head when I was looking at some stuff that would go in a shaker card. And I'm going, just the domes would be really nice. And at first I thought I would be do a 2-sided. Then I went, that's 80 domes that I would need. Oy.
And then the
So-
postage, because if you do just one dome, it'll fit in letter mail.
Yeah. So I figured I'll just put a pretty paper on the back. Just
Yeah.
do one dome. So I think it was yesterday on Facebook, somebody from one of the Creative Memory Stampin' Up demonstrators was doing an ornament in it.
Ah, there you go.
I'm going, oh my God.
So now you can get started early.
Yeah, I can start collecting the stuff.
Get your prototype done.
Get it done and go.
So apparently Terry already knows where Valerie lives. So watch out,
Oh.
Val. She's on her way. Okay, over there in Facebook land, thanks so much for joining me. Tomorrow's Friday, so I have some late night stamping, and I want to play with the Sand and Sea Suite because that's where I just take some stuff and we make a card. So I don't have to prep anything, but I really want to make Sand and Sea card like the one my grandson made me. Oh, I'm so proud of this card. He's so cute and so good at this.
So amazing.
Yes.
Just love it.
So that's what's happening at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, at noon today, the recipes for the free class on Saturday, right? Saturday. Okay, so the recipes for the 3 cards for the free class on Saturday will post here on this Facebook page at noon today. So you'll have like 48 hours to prep it. And then I will go live inside my Facebook VIP group at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and we will create 3 cards using the Sailing Home bundle. Now, if you don't have a Sailing Home, you can use anything. The cards are adaptable to just about anything. So you will need a stamp set that has a large focal image, like the sailboat, the big sailboat, and then you'll need some smaller images to do some background stamping as well. And I'm using Coastal Cabana and black and white, but any color will do if you don't want to use Coastal Cabana. So look for that at noon today. And then Friday, something exciting will pop up, I'm sure. And then Friday night at 8 o'clock, we'll create with the Sand and Sea Suite. If I can talk myself into cutting that beautiful paper up, that's another story. I have 18 hours to cut, almost 24 hours to talk myself into doing that first cut. Sometimes
Glenda, reminds me of me and my fabric. I have such beautiful fabric and I don't want to use it because it's so beautiful.
Yep, I hear you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Facebook, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.